Hello, hello, hello. How are people doing today? Hopefully people are having a good Sunday. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I could turn on this light too. We got even more light. All the light for the stream. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Didn't realize there was a cat on the windowsill next to me. Coming down? She's thinking of jumping. She's thinking of jumping. Hello. I've got someone here to help us with sanding. Hello. Oh, here, come sit in my lap. Hope people are doing well today. I have had a slight headache since last night, but I think it's pretty much gone now. I took an aspirin and a little bit of a nap, and I think it's gone. I'm hoping that the bright lights that are shining into my eyes are not going to bring it back. The plan for today... Oh, is my audio being funky? Okay, I think we're good. The plan for today is to get some things sanded. So, last week we picked out some sets of dice to put in my shop. And I did an initial sanding on most of them. I will tell you now, these are not quite the dice that we picked out together last week, and I will explain why. Most of them are. However, I realized that I already, in my polishing tumbler, had two sets of dice that were polishing up. I already had these two sets of purple dice. So I had this set, which, here, let me focus a little bit closer. These still need the numbers cleaned out. They've got all the polishing gunk still in them. But I had this set that was in my polishing tumbler, and I had this set, which was in my polishing tumbler, and both of these are very purple looking. So I decided that I didn't need to do the other set of like spacey purple dice because they felt kind of similar to these in like color and tone. So I got rid of, I decided not to do those. And then I did like an initial sanding on some of the other sets of dice, and then brought them up here and realized that I have kind of a box over here of things that need sanded. I had this set, which I had started to sand, and then kind of just was like, that's gonna be way too much work, and kind of gave up on, because this is one of those sets where there's a blank in here. I can tell that it's just slightly too big, and it pushed out on all the sides, so all of the sides have needed sanded. I think I might be able to show you on this one, because this side needs sanded down. Let me zoom this in a lot. See if I can get the light to catch it just right, so you can... Maybe I can get... There we go. See around the base of those ones there where the light kind of hits it funky? It's because it's kind of bowing out a little bit. So I think maybe it's time that we finally get this set sanded. And I think that'll kind of match our kind of autumnal... Oops. Oh, this thing is so hard to... There we go. It'll match our autumnal vibe we've got going on, since the idea is to hopefully get these ready for August. I also decided not to do the other set. I did one set of fate dice, and I decided not to do the other set because I realized that along with those two sets of purple dice, I also have this set of pipped d6s and two other sets of fate dice that are already all done and ready to go into the shop. So we'll just add those to the shop instead. I do also have this set of Vampire the Masquerade dice, but I'm thinking maybe we keep those for October, since they're kind of an October vibe. Alright, all that said, we're going to try and get through as many of these sets of dice today as we can. I don't know if I'm going to get all of them sanded. I'm thinking maybe we pick, I don't know, 3 sets for today, including this one, because I know that this one's going to take a lot more time, just because we have to do all of the sides. Pick 3 sets today, and then, depending on how I'm feeling after that, maybe we can go back and do more, or we might do more sanding next week, or I might, like, for stream next week, or I might just do a bunch of sanding, not with you guys, for the rest of them. So, let's see here. What do we want to do? I mean, we could just pick... I could just do the ones that are in here. I do also want to do this. This is a Patreon D20 that I realized had a kind of a funky side to it. I needed one side sanded down. But we could do... Why don't we just do the ones that are in here for now? Do these sets. And that one. And then maybe next week we could end up doing the rest of them. Do some D20s and a couple more sets. We'll see how we're feeling. We'll see how we're feeling. But we gotta start somewhere. Should I start with the... I mean, should I start with the set that I know is gonna be a pain in the butt? Probably. So that I actually do it. Medianite's fresh 1000 grit sandpaper today. Alright, let me get some stuff slightly out of my way. I'm gonna start with our Patreon D20 that had just one kind of funky side. I'm just gonna smooth it down a little bit and get it back in the polishing tumbler. That one shouldn't be too hard. Alright, let's do the annoying set. We'll do the set that's I know is going to require a lot of work. Alright. I have to figure out how we want to do this too, so that I actually remember to do all of the sides. How's everybody else doing today? Like I said, I had a little bit of a headache earlier, but I think it's doing well. I have kind of a busy week, I think, lined up a little bit. I mean, it's not just this week that's going to be a little bit busy. I just kind of have... I think I'm going to be kind of busy for a while. I've just got a lot of stuff going on. I'm starting a new job kind of soon, so I'm doing some of the onboarding things for that. I need to go, like, talk to HR and, you know, make sure I sign all of the documents and things and get my badge and stuff like that. Got that in a couple of weeks. So that's not this next week, but, you know. And then I mentioned that there was, like, a YouTube, like, a thing from YouTube that was, like, a lecture series, I think, or, like, a... I don't know if it... We'll see, find out exactly what it is. But there's a thing that YouTube's doing. I think it's about channel memberships. I think that's what the focus of it is on, is how to do, like, channel membership stuff effectively. But that, I finally heard back on that, and that starts next week. So, we'll see what that is exactly. I'm kind of interested. I haven't put too much, like, effort into channel memberships, really, because I think it's because I don't like paywalling things. On the one hand, it'd be nice to, you know, make some money doing YouTube stuff. I'll be honest, most of what I make now is from Patreon. I don't make much from YouTube itself. But I think it'd be cool to, you know, have more stuff available for you guys. Whether that's, like, emotes that you guys can use in chat, or exclusive videos. I only have a couple of exclusive videos at the moment, and they're just behind the scenes of other videos that I've made. So we'll find out more about that. We'll see how it goes. Keep you guys updated on how it is. But I wouldn't mind some ideas for, you know, extra things that you guys could get as perks if you decide to help support me directly. I was thinking of reducing my, like, channel membership. I think it's at, like, $5 at the moment, which honestly seems a little high to me at the moment. I was thinking of reducing it to, like, $2 maybe. Because it's kind of just for fun, almost. We'll see. We'll see what they say best practices are. I'm curious, because this is like a multi-week thing. I'm curious, like, how much stuff there actually is, you know, because since it's multi-week, like, how much stuff is there that they could tell me, you know, over the multi-week period. Okay, is this feeling better? Okay, that's feeling flatter, I think. Yeah, that's better. I'm just making sure that it doesn't wobble. It's still maybe a little bit wobbly. I'm gonna sand this side down a little bit more. I'll make sure I hold it flat while I do it. It still feel wobbly. It looks okay, but why does it feel wobbly? I might be fine. I think I'm just wobbling it weird. Oh no, maybe I'm not, because that side doesn't feel as wobbly. But you know what? It was a free thing offered by YouTube, so I'm excited. I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm also interested to see if there's like future things that they offer like that. You know, like other like best practices classes from YouTube. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to. I might as well take advantage of anything like that, right? It's no cost to me. I'm also in the middle of reading a book at the moment, which maybe sounds weird. I have a few books. For the new job, I got some book recommendations from the teacher I'll be working with. And I'm trying to read through those before I start. The one I'm reading now is pretty good. Seems like it's maybe a little bit outdated in some of the like language, but that doesn't surprise me, just because language changes so quickly. But enjoying that. Right here actually. It's pretty good. Seems like a pretty good book. I like reading about stuff like that though. I was literally reading it yesterday at one point, and there was one part where I'm like, I literally said out loud, I've been saying this! And it was about, because I'm going to be, my new job, I'm going to be working with autistic, like, middle schoolers. But one of the things in there, I was basically saying to use the, like, interests of students to, like, direct them towards like useful things. It's like, if a kid is obsessed with boats, why not have them write about boats and do math problems calculating the speed of boats? It's like, I've been saying this, you just gotta find like what a kid's interested in and try to like make things relate to that. We'll be so much more likely to want to learn about something if it's, you know, related to something they're interested in. Does my audio sound okay? It looks like it's just on. Very sorry if I'm messing up the your sound. Is that okay? Hopefully I don't have a weird hum. If it sounds weird, let me know. But the little light over here looks correct now. Did not a moment ago. I don't remember what number I started on this die. I think I've done all the sides. I think. They were all kind of sanded a little bit already, because I had sanded them flat. But I want to make sure that they're smooth, because I want to go down the list of, you know, the different sandpapers. It'll be good to get these things done. It's been a while since I've added anything to my shop. I mean, especially dice-wise. I've been trying to add, like, other little things. Maybe this would be a good chance for me to add some of those other little things, too. The, like, birds and the skulls and things. Oh, here, maybe you guys could help give me an idea. This is sort of related to that. So, in the past, I did some, like, advent calendars, dice advent calendars, where you got like a die a day. I kind of gave up on that just because they were very time consuming to make, and they were just very expensive for people to buy. And then also, if I don't know, it was just a whole thing. However, I was doing some cleaning yesterday and realized that I still have like 4 wooden advent calendars that I got for those the dice advent calendars, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with 4 wooden advent calendars? So I was debating whether I should do like not dice advent calendars necessarily, but like mystery item advent calendars, handmade mystery items. It might have like a die or 2 in it, but it'd mostly be like little trinkets and jewelry and things like that. And then I could do those and sell those. Or I was debating maybe I would make something like that and then do it for like some friends and family. Make some little like advent calendars for people for Christmas. I do think that could be fun too. Just looking at the... it's definitely not quite flat, because part of it is shiny and part of it's not. Better. Get rid of some of this gunk. Oh my goodness. Splashing places. Yeah, I've got so much random stuff in my house. I really should probably sort through some of it and just figure out a way to get rid of it. But, like, the 4 advent calendars, I'm like, these are nice. They're good little advent calendars. But what am I gonna do with them? That's the real question. What should I do with these? So I'm open to ideas. Should I do little, like, miscellaneous item advent calendars to sell, or make them for, like, friends and family for Christmas? You know, I'm open to other ideas, too. You know, I've been putting off sanding this set. It's really not it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It might actually go quicker than I was thinking. Let's see how long it takes to sand the 3 sets on this first one, this first paper. And then we can kind of do some math and decide if we want to add a 4th set or not. Because this will give us an idea of how long it might take if we times it by 3. I can do math. I know math. Yay, math. We could do a stream on how algebra works. I do like math. That's what my degree's in. I'm thinking for, I'm not quite sure what we're going to stream next week. Like I said, it depends on whether we get everything, like, if I get everything sanded this week or not. To be fair, we might just end up sanding some things next week, because it's gonna, I mean, I'm kind of down to 1 polishing tumbler. I have 3, but 2 of them, the, like, bowl on them is cracked. I'm wondering if I can just get a replacement bowl for them. I have, like, these little, like, I think they're for, like, shells. Not seashells, the, like, metal for bullet casing. But they're, like, a polishing tumbler for that. I got them on Amazon, you know, years and years ago. Well, not years and years, but years ago. But 2 of them, the plastic bowls on them have cracked, kind of at the base. Which... it's like, I don't know that I want to use these while they're cracked. I'm wondering, I wonder if I can get just the bowls. Because they, like, screw together. So, I don't know. I got 2 drinks today, by the way. I grabbed one, and then my brother ended up cleaning out the fridge because a milk carton in there just decided that it was going to leak everywhere. And he found a ginger beer in there, so I stole that as well. But I've got a ginger beer, which is not alcoholic, just for people who aren't sure. It's like a really strong ginger ale. And then I have some Arizona tea in a mug. At some point, if I finish my Arizona tea, I might go make some hot tea. Like, it's not, you know, 84 degrees out there, according to the weather on my computer. I am working on my next kind of big project. Okay, here's the thing. I have fun working on a bunch of different, like, projects that aren't just resin. I'm gonna be busy. I've got a commission that I need to work on that I just got. I've got some Patreon dice that I need to finish up here. And then I've got a video to edit. I probably shouldn't focus as much time as I am on, like, individual projects, because I feel like the thing that seem to do the videos that seem to do well on my channel are like tutorial videos. Oh no! Wait. Oh, you are here! Yep, you did. To be fair, it's just because I didn't switch it to live chat. Usually I have it on live chat because I know you disappear. Now I have to read all your messages. You know, around the house. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I can see the emerald, yeah. Alright, I see your messages now. Hope your house cleaning's going well. I don't know why it's like that. I'm wondering if I can, like... Actually, I might have to do it over here. I wonder if I can make it so that you, like, go through automatically. Taking a late lunch break. I really should have, what? I wasn't trying to turn you into a moderator. Wasn't trying to add you as a moderator. Okay. I might have to mess around and see if I can add you as, like, a trusted viewer type thing. I think that's kind of an option somewhere. Actually, let me see if I can do that real quick. Let's see. I think if I go to settings, permissions, maybe? No. Community moderation. User management. Approved users. Let me see what that means. Aha! Might be able to do this. Let me see if I can add you to the list of approved users and see if that works. Okay. It says settings saved. Let's see if it actually does anything. Oh, because the same thing happens on another channel and you're a moderator on that channel? Oh, that's weird. Even though you're a moderator, it doesn't show up? Yeah, it didn't seem to do anything even though I marked you as an approved user. That's so silly. Well, if people want to see all the chat messages, just a reminder to switch the chat to live chat instead of top chat. You're like the only person I see this happening to as well. I don't know. YouTube just doesn't like you, I guess. I don't know why. So rude of YouTube. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Well, I'm glad that you're here. I appreciate you popping in on your other channel to let me know that you're here. I don't remember what I was talking about. You know, actually, here's a question. On the green ones, I was debating on these green ones whether I should make them shiny or matte, because I could see going either way with them. Actually, like the matte ones. Well, here, let me finish sanding this, and then we can look at that. Alright. So on these green ones, I could see doing a matte. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Change the focus so it's a little bit closer. So we've got shiny. We've got matte. What do we think? This needs cleaned up still a little bit, but yeah, I usually go for shiny. I do like occasionally doing like matte black dice with fun numbers. I feel like that's just kind of a cool vibe. Feels almost velvety. I will say the thing with matte dice is that like fingerprints and stuff will really show up on them, like the oils from your fingers. But I don't know. I feel like these could be cool matte. What do we think? I think probably I will. We can decide. We have a little bit of time to decide this because oh my gosh, there we go. We'll just do the sides that we have to for now because I probably will do a slightly like smoother finish than that. So not shiny, but a little bit smoother. Not the 1000 grit, but maybe the 2000 or 3000. Be worth a lot now? Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, they are very emerald toned. I always think of emeralds as being like darker than they are, because they really are kind of like a bright green. And I always think of them as being more of like a dark green, almost more like a tourmaline color or. I do like teal. Teal is one of my favorites too. Like a good blue-green. I'm a fan of that. Space is a little bit funky, but I think we could do that with a, we'll sand that with a slightly smoother grit and determination. Alright. Well, we can do the green ones next. Why not? Actually, here, you know what? Throw those into the container. Let's clear off this a little bit. So much gunk. I was hoping to get more. This is going back a ways, but you were talking about doing housework and stuff. I was hoping to do more housework yesterday, and I kind of just didn't do much. I did a bunch of like little things. You know, like, did a little bit of organizing of my random art supplies, and picked up a few little things. I really didn't get much done in way of housework this week. Should have done more than I did. How are the corners feeling on this? There's just one corner here that's kind of sticking up a little bit. Some of your housework stuff should have been done last weekend. Hey, I can't, like I said, I cannot judge here. I have so much stuff in my house that really needs cleaned. I'm slowly but surely getting some things cleaned and organized. I really should get rid of some stuff. I've got so much random junk. But I'm a little bit of a pack rat just because I'm like, ooh, this could be cool for an art project. Ooh, this could be cool for an art project. So I've just got a bunch of like random things. And some of it I probably should just like toss. An expert procrastinator. A true professional. They should pay you for it. Still not sure if I want to do... Yeah, still not sure if I want to do matte or not on these. Matte or shiny. I tend to go shiny. I think I'm thinking matte just because they're rather simple, right? It's just kind of an ombre from one color to another. You can see it more in the D6. There's actually 3 different colors in there. And so I feel like I need to do something fancy, but yeah, exactly. Just a large bin full of stuff. You're like, this could be useful for something. I feel like that's a pretty universal artist experience. Just, you know, based on people I talk to. You have the same problem collecting potential project materials. Pick up some floral wire you're thinking of trying in dice. Yeah, it's like, yeah. There's just so many interesting things to try. I was saying literally earlier today that I think part of the reason I've stuck with resin so long is like there's so many things to experiment with resin. Like the options are limitless. There's always something new to try. Your floral wire made me think of it. I've still got a bunch of things that I'm like, I should try this at some point and see how it goes in resin. As I said, I've still got a bunch of non-resin projects that I want to do too. Those are kind of, I've got a non-resin project literally sitting over there in this room at the moment that I'm filming. It's been kind of slow going. It's like, you know, I feel like some projects it turns out fine, it turns out good, but I just kind of put them off because I'm like, I don't know how it's going to turn out. Here's a bunch of the plastic Chessex dice containers because you have some crafting ideas for them. They're good little containers. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them, but they're good little containers. Here's a question for you guys. I was trying to think about this the other day. What is a good idea for some, like, well, okay, kind of a two-part question. One, is there like a recycling program or something for pill bottles? And if not, two, do you guys have any good ideas for a bunch of pill bottles? It was on clearance. Yeah, I mean, I think floral wire you can use for lots of different things. The Chessex containers made me think of it, because I was thinking maybe some sort of, like, storage thing I could make. Maybe make some sort of storage thing. But, you know, they're orange, so it's a little bit hard to see. I like being able to see into my storage. I don't know how the little orange bottles would be. You think they can go into regular recycle bins? Yeah, it's gotten a little bit ridiculous, though. Oh, your father-in-law uses them for coins. That's a good idea. I don't really collect coins, so it's not particularly useful to me, specifically, but that's a good use for him. This side's a little bit funky. Let's sand it down too. I've got so many random things though. I've got just like a bag of glass baby food jars because my grandma was feeding baby food to her cat at one point. It's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. They're good little glass jars. Okay, just see who was texting me. Your father-in-law paid for a used car with pennies he collected. That's crazy. Good for him, honestly. You know, people underestimate how much change adds up into. I have a piggy bank that my great-grandmother I think decorated. She like painted pottery and stuff. And whenever I end up with random change, I put it in there. And I'm kind of curious how much is in there. The pill bottles make a semi-decent cat toy, so you put a couple little jingle bells inside. Oh, my cats would probably go wild for that. That's a good point. I think it's a bit too many pill bottles for that, though. I'd maybe make 2 of those. I'm trying to think of something that would use up a bunch of pill bottles, because I've got a bunch of them. I haven't spent pennies in over 35 years, been saving them all these years. You take all your pennies when he would bring... Wait, he would take our pennies when we would bring him our change jars to roll up for us. He had to return them to the bank. A 5-gallon bucket at a time. Wow. Wow. That's just impressive, honestly. I feel like I remember us having a big thing of of change growing up too. Just like a big jar of it. It really does add up. Don't have that many. I don't know who has that many. Apparently Hippie's father-in-law has that many, but so many pennies. I think probably 3 sets is going to be how many sets we do today. You'll only been able to fill half a 5-gallon jug after all this time. He was around 85 and had been collecting most of his life. Oh, I mean, it's just impressive. That was probably satisfying for him to actually, turn in his collection of pennies and have it be, substantial. That's probably satisfying. But looking at the time, because it's been about 40 minutes. And we're only on our second set of dice. And we have to do all of these 3 times, because this is just the first of the 3 sanding grits. Your daughters have inherited the rest of his collection. That's cool. I remember as a kid, collecting the, 50 state coins, because that was, a thing, where they did, quarters that had images on them for all 50 states. And I remember having kind of this big booklet thing where you could put the quarters on the states on the map. I remember doing that as a kid. That was pretty fun. I think I got all of them. Pretty sure I did. Wonder where that went. You still have your booklets of those, the state quarters? I wonder if it is in the closet of my childhood bedroom, because I apparently still have stuff in the closet of my childhood bedroom, and I have not lived with my parents for 7 or 8 years. Something like that. Here's a couple of those state quarter books, mostly full. I mean, I had fun collecting them all. I don't think I would do it more than once. It's just not really my thing. Or something fun your daughters and you did too. Yeah, I think I kind of remember doing it with my mom. Like, she definitely was helping me with it. So, it was a fun, like, you know, thing we worked on together. Alright. And we'll do this set. It also has a lot of coins from Honduras. Oh, that's cool. It's always fun, the, like, foreign coins and stuff, too. Just seeing all the different coins from everybody? Everywhere was where I was trying to... what I was trying to say. Sanded. That's something else you still like to collect when you can, foreign currency. Yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun how different everybody's coins are. I think so anyways. I mean, I think just like cultural exchanges and stuff are cool in general. I've enjoyed seeing occasional things from the World Cup stuff with people from other places in the world coming to the US and experiencing various pieces of American culture. It's just fun to me, because you don't realize how odd things are sometimes until you see it from an outside perspective. Or it's just nice to see people appreciating stuff that you enjoy. His favorite to collect was wheat pennies. That was why he collected pennies mostly. Oh, that makes sense. I remember collecting some of those as a kid, too. Yeah. I just wanted to collect. It's just fun to have a collection of things, honestly. It's like it makes it so that life's a scavenger hunt a little bit. So you're always kind of on the lookout for something fun. And then it's exciting when you find one. Indian head pennies are neat to get a hold of too. Yeah! Should ask your brother if he has any Argentine money. He just got back from living there the last few years. Oh! That's cool. I mean, probably then, right? I really do like this set. It's just the colors are pretty. Pretty sure I have. One of the other ones that I think is fun to collect is $2 bills. My brother and I definitely collected some $2 bills when we were kids, because they kind of went out of circulation when we were kids. I'm pretty sure that's... What year did they stop producing $2 bills? It's just funny because, like, they just kind of feel fake. Almost. Wooden nickels? What? Is that a thing? don't think I've heard that one. You still make them, you think? I don't know. I don't know if they you can still like get them, but I don't know if they produce $2 bills. Oh my gosh. I have so much dust on my hand. I mean, I have a few $2 bills too. They still make $2 bills. You just have to ask at the bank. You used to get them for tooth fairy money. Ah. We'll go to the Wikipedia. The United States $2 bill. Years of printing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does say it's to present. So production continued until 1966 when United States notes were phased out. It was discontinued until 1976 when it was reissued. Oh, so fewer are produced and therefore circulate much less than other denominations of U.S. currency. Ah! This scarcity in circulation has contributed to low public awareness that the bill is still printed, inspiring urban legends. Let me go to rarity. Oh, yeah, 50-cent pieces too. And $1 coins. Yeah, it could be, yeah. $2 bills. I mean, yeah, and the dollar, I feel like the dollar coins are kind of fun too. Huh. Oh, I was thinking of the Sacagawea ones. It is kind of funny. You used to put glitter lip gloss on them? You bet cashiers hated you. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just imagining, yeah. Oh, gosh. Just a gooey $2 bill. I was so excited to find those back in the 80s. Susan B. Anthony dollars. I don't know if I've seen those. Alright, just like, let me look things up real quick. I'll do it on my phone. It's easier on my phone. Then I don't have to cover you guys up. Oh my gosh, what's that? Susan B. Anthony coin. Oh yeah, I don't even know if I've seen those. Oh, it's minted. Oh, well, that's because it was minted in such a small time window. Minted from 1979 to 1981. And then again in 1999. Yeah, that's fair. Just so it was just a little bit glittery. I'm just imagining, though, just a gooey $2 bill, and it's not. Yeah. Okay. Here's a picture for people that, like me, that aren't familiar with the Susan B. Anthony coin. But yeah, it looks like they were printed in a very small window. It was literally 3 years. I think you still have them somewhere. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully you still have them. I do think that's fun, though. A slightly glittery $2 bill from the Tooth Fairy. Just, yeah, that would be fun as a kid. Ah! I would have enjoyed that. Makes it a little bit more exciting and magical. It's not something you see every day. It is a little bit funny at work though sometimes when because usually when we're teaching money at work, it's like adding and it's either figuring out how to do change or it's like adding up coins. And then a little bit later on, we add in the like 50-cent piece and dollar coins. And more often than not, the kids are like, what the heck are these? I've never seen these before in my life. Used to keep your $2 bills and Susan B. Anthony coins in your jewelry box till your toddler got into it. Oh no! Never did find them. They were an excellent snack. He's 11 now. I mean, I don't... Where could they have gone? Maybe a vent somewhere. I feel like, like the vents. I feel like that would be a good size to, like, shove coins into. If I was a toddler, I'd have fun shoving coins into a vent. Trying to think of a place where you wouldn't find them, too. Oh, you think the older kids found them and spent them? That's been unfortunate. But would make sense. My goodness, he's so squeaky. All right. Let's do these. The digestive tract turns coins rainbow. Your mother-in-law showed you the one your sister-in-law swallowed. Is it like an oxidized sort of thing? That sort of rainbowness? Where the acid kind of like etches away at it almost. Stomach acid. Like rainbow chrome, yeah. I'm wondering if it's kind of like a mix of like the acid kind of wearing off like the outside layer almost, and mixed with it then like oxidizing, almost something like that. Because at first that sounds far-fetched, but then like you think about metal and you're like, yeah, metal does weird things. Kind of cool, but not a recommended method for making rainbow coins. Gotta agree with Selden there. Maybe not the most efficient way of making rainbow coins. Although I don't know another way to do it, so you know. I bet there's a way to heat them up, actually, that would do it, maybe. I will say, this is sort of related to that and sort of unrelated to that. One of the things that looked, like, really fun at one point, that I was like, ooh, it would be kind of fun to get the stuff to do this, is the, like, electroplating stuff. I do think that would be pretty fun to do, where you can just take, like, leaves and things, and, like, coat them in metal. Are you worried that swallowing a quarter is tampering with U.S. currency? Is that your concern here? I am a little bit amused at the idea that swallowing a quarter is going to get you arrested. It's like, technically, yes. You know, when I first went off to school, I was planning on majoring in chemical engineering. That didn't last super long. I switched to mechanical pretty quickly. And then I did not end up graduating in mechanical engineering. So, you know. But at one point I was debating doing chemistry stuff. I'm kind of glad I didn't. I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't end up in engineering, honestly. Almost did. I was close. It was literally like 3 classes difference. I was so ready to be done with school when I graduated. It's literally why I have the degree that I do. I was literally messing around with the like degree stuff. Because you could kind of like put in like the credits you had and look at like what would you need for different degrees. And I was looking at the different degrees and things and went, huh, it's only 2 more classes if I want to do the general science degree instead of 5 to get the mechanical engineering degree. I think we should just get the math degree because I am done. I am done going to school. I had been at that point in college for like 10 years. About. Because I had done running start, so my last 2 years of high school, I also got my associate's degree, my 2-year degree. And then I went off to university. I was there for like a year and a half, and then I got a full-time job, so I came back, and then I was doing 1 class at a time for like 5 or 6 years. I was so ready to be done with school. I was so tired. I was so tired of going to school. You're gonna go for an advanced astronomy degree, but then you discovered that you really like finance and accounting, so you ended up getting an accounting degree. And that's great. I mean, I think that's part of the fun of college is just like taking a few different classes and seeing what you're actually interested in doing. Not cut out for school, you didn't even make it past physics. Not that you're not smart, just terrible at homework. You have a degree in medical assisting from a trade school. That's cool. Yeah, I think trade schools are a great idea too. They don't get like nearly enough I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Shout out to trade schools. I think going into trades is a noble cause. I mean, I obviously, what am I doing with my degree? I have technically a general science degree with a focus in math. So it's not even technically a math degree. It sort of is, sort of isn't. I'm working in education now. Like I'm not working as a mathematician. I just kind of fell into working in education stuff. Ugh, homework. Never been a fan of homework. Teachers get paid to teach us at school, not at home. I've gone back and forth on homework. I think that you can definitely overdo it. I do think there's value in like practice, but I think that it's sometimes the amount of homework that kids have just kind of pisses me off. It's like that's too much work. They need to have time for like social lives and hobbies. High schoolers should not be doing 12 hours of homework, whatever. Your guardian in high school told you trade school was for hacks, so you didn't do a mechanics or carpentry classes through high school. You're still kicking yourself. Aw, man. I mean, they were wrong. Hey, you figured it out eventually. Have you done any mechanics or carpentry classes since then? I mean, there might be some of those classes that you could take now at, I don't know, sometimes local community colleges. Like, I think our local community college has, like, welding classes. Or there might be community classes you could take. You could always look and see if there's any of that stuff that's available now. Go do it now. I guess you'd have to pay for it now, which is the annoying part. But, you know. You have a new trade school in your town, you're thinking about it. That'd be cool. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Man, the amount of work that a lot of, like, tradespeople put in is just crazy to me, too. Like, I know a guy that's, doing all the stuff to be an electrician. It's like, man, I don't know how you work the days that you work and the out in the heat. It's like, that's crazy. Nothing wrong with trade schools. You wouldn't mind taking some courses to learn things like welding, mechanics, etc. Maybe improve your mediocre woodworking skills. Yeah! Exactly. It's like, 1, trades are important. 2, it's just cool to know how to do things with your hands. Like, it'd be cool to take a welding class or a carpentry class and be able to, like, build things. Grandpa was a cabinet maker and you used to be in his shadow, so you already have many skills in carpentry. You built your deck last summer. Oh, that's awesome. That's impressive. So it sounds like you've already got a little bit of a leg up there. Is there, if you were to do more carpentry stuff, what sort of stuff would you want to make? Would you want to do more, like, house stuff, like deck building and, cabinetry? Or would you be more interested in, like, furniture? Or, like, I don't know, smaller things? Is there something you'd want to make? You almost did the electrician route. Your cousin was trying to get you into the Northern Ohio IBEW. You're also a backyard mechanic. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is very useful for a lot of those things. I've ended up doing, like, some smaller plumbing things, like, enough to... I figured out enough to be able to, like, replace a faucet. Not a faucet. I've replaced, like... The kitchen sink has, like, the ball kind of socket, handle. Figured out how to replace that at one point because it was leaking. Figured out how to change the part of the toilet, that sort of stuff. The big, plumbing project I shoved off on my brother and made him do all the research and figure out how to do it, which worked out well. So now my bathtub doesn't leak anymore. Probably furniture. That'd be pretty cool. We were looking at my parents' dining room table today. They've got a really cool dining room table that they got at some furniture store before I was born, you know, more than 30 years ago. Wouldn't mind doing, like, finishing. Oh, okay. Finishing the houses. That makes more sense to me. Okay. That'd be cool. This is sort of related to that. I like that it seems like people are, like, the trend is swinging back towards people personalizing their houses. Because I feel like for a long time there was, like, minimalism was the thing. Like, that was sort of, like, the thing that was in style was everything's very clean and monotone. Or, well, monochrome, too. Everything's beige and white and neutral tones. And I like that there seems to be kind of a trend now going back the other direction where, like, this room is gonna have a theme. And my theme is underwater. You hate cookie cutter houses that are boring. That is part of the reason I like my house. My house was built by the people that lived here last. Back in 52. And it is so, like, it's got so much character. The problem is, of course, that some of the character comes from it being, less usable. But it's got, like, fun built-in cabinetry and stuff. There is a floor-length mirror that's on the wall in my room, and you can literally open it up and it has shoe storage behind it, like, built into the wall. It's so fun. Like, I enjoy, like, a house with characters is great. I will say some of the ways that things are designed here, though, like, this is the least accessible house ever. If you have any sort of mobility issues, you cannot visit me because my house is weird stairs everywhere. And also, like, where the fridge is in the kitchen, like, if you open the fridge door, it blocks the door to the kitchen. Like, you can't go in the kitchen if someone has the fridge door open. You like quirky house layouts, those are always so cool. That's what you want when you move to the Great Lakes region after you retire. I mean, again, I like how much character it has, but it's yeah. It kind of led to rearranging some things. It kind of led to rearranging some things, so like my dining room is not my dining room anymore. Because my dining room was technically what is technically supposed to be the dining room, and I can tell it's supposed to be the dining room because it has built-in china cabinets, is the center room of my house. So like all of the other rooms in the house, like the kitchen goes into it, the living room goes into it, the hallway with the bedrooms go into it, the back door goes into it. It's literally just like the central room in my house is the dining room. And so like it's ended up as kind of the catch-all zone. So I moved my dining room table to the basement instead. And that's now basically like our mud room. It's kind of the, I've got like a coat rack and shoe storage and a little bench to sit on in there. And we do still have some, you know, we still have like things in the china cabinets, and I still have my teacup collection up on the wall in there. But we've changed the functionality of it because it's like, well, we don't really use the dining room unless we have people over anyways. So let's change this to a room that's functional for us. You have to have every room in your house a different classic Disney theme. Except your bathroom that is already well on its way to being Doctor Who. Doctor Who themed bathroom. Just TARDIS door. Your mom's house is just like that. You have to open one door to open the other or it gets stuck. Yeah. It's like, I enjoy that my house is weird, but it does occasionally, it is occasionally a little bit difficult. Your shower's bigger on the inside. Ah, so the shower door should be the TARDIS. Yeah, I have a bathroom that's like the bathroom that I use all the time is fine. The way it's arranged. The other bathroom, it's like why did they arrange it like this? Like things are in the most like inconvenient spot. I'm sure they did it for like plumbing reasons or something. But it's like you'd have so much more space if you shoved the shower back. Like swapped it with where the toilet is, because the shower is just kind of in the middle of the room blocking everything else. It's like, why did they do this? Your husband bought you a TARDIS shower curtain for Christmas. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I think so. I tend to I mean, obviously I get obsessed with various pieces of media, but also my interests change you know, every Saturday or whatever, but I think that if I was gonna like do themes, I'd go for more generic things. Like my brother and I have been kind of talking for a while about giving my bathroom like a magical forest theme almost, and it started because my friend for, was it a birthday or Christmas, gave me this little like nightlight. That's a little mushroom, and you literally plug it into the socket, and it looks like a little mushroom growing out of the socket that glows in the dark. Well, it doesn't glow in the dark, but you know, in the dark it lights up. And we have that in the bathroom. And then I went and put like a privacy film on the window in there, and I got this stuff that has kind of a like a snake scale. It has like a snake scale look to it, but it's like rainbowy, so if the sun shines through it, it just casts like rainbows all over the bathroom. It matched my vest. You mean my shirt? You mean the vibe of the bathroom would match my shirt? Anyways, we had ideas because that bathroom, it's kind of been a mess since I moved in 7 or 8 years ago. because one of the first things I did was I tore the wallpaper off the walls because it drove me insane. Oh, the vest I was working on a couple of months ago. Yeah! Yeah. It's over there. Because, I mean, like I said, I enjoy when there's a strong theme. It was definitely not my theme, though, because it had bright orange and pink paisley wallpaper in there. And so I tore it down. But that just means that I've had, like, bare walls, unpainted walls in my bathroom for 7 or 8 years. But I have some ideas for, you know, what I'd like to do there. I was thinking that, because, well, so here's the thing. It was just the bottom half of the wall, and it wasn't even like a 2/3 thing, or like, it was literally just half of the wall had wallpaper, and then the other half is textured. So one half of the wall in there is textured, and one half is like completely smooth. So either I could try and texture the bottom half of the wall to match the top half, get some plaster, whatever, plaster over it, or do it split still. And I was thinking I could do it where I do like a really light beige or something for the top half, and then the bottom half I do like a dark green, and then I paint like leaf shapes coming up from the bottom half onto the top half, so it looks like it's kind of like, you know, foliage. That was kind of my idea. I don't know how well it would be in execution, though. But I think it'd be fun to do kind of like a silhouette thing with a bunch of different kinds of like leaves. And I could even have like a, well, you could have like a monstera leaf and some just like, and then I could do like a almost like a vine of like English ivy going up above the mirror. I have some thoughts there. And then also I was thinking it might be cool to get like some sort of, I don't know if it'd be like a ceramic tile paint. I don't know if that's a thing. And then paint like some butterflies and beetles and things on the tile, the bathtub tile. Like, wouldn't that be fun? That'd be fun. It reminds you of when your cousin took over... Your cousin took over what? Sounds similar to what your cousin in Oregon did with her living room. Do you guys have the same cousin? I mean, my living room is purple. It's that dark purple. Your grandparents' house. Your grandma's bathroom was glossy Pepto pink. I'm pretty sure my bathroom at some point had pink carpet too, because at one point I found a little square of pink carpet inside one of the cabinets in there. I'm like, I think I can tell what happened here. Pretty sure this had bright pink and orange paisley and pink carpet. That was the vibe of this bathroom. Grandpa's bathroom was a high gloss fire engine red. That is a bold choice. I mean, I say that while saying that I want to paint my the tiles in my bathroom to have butterflies on them, but that is bold. But again, I appreciate someone who has a strong aesthetic vision, even if it's not, you know, my choice of aesthetic vision. I think the same thing with like personal style too. Like, there's been people I've met where I'm like, you have some bold clothing choices and I would never wear that, but I appreciate that you're doing it. Favorite color, he even had the ceiling of his grave vault colored red. You know, he's got a you know, aesthetic vision and he's sticking with it. Sounds cool to you? I don't know why look, when you say fire engine red, I'm just imagining fire engine themed, which I know is not what you said, but I think that's part of it too. I'm just imagining, like, a fire engine themed bathroom, which I could see some little kid being ecstatic with, but... Ah, tractor red. I see. Again, he had a strong vision for it, it sounds like. That man knew what he wanted. Fire engine theme would be cool. It'd probably be kind of cute, actually. Get like a little fire engine model. Have it on a shelf. I wonder if you could get a soap dispenser that either looks like a little fire, or, you know what I mean? That'd be kind of funny. Or maybe a little fire hose. I wonder, or a fire hydrant. A soap dispenser that looks like a fire hydrant. I wonder if that's a thing. I could see that. Is that a thing? Fire hydrant soap dispenser. Oh my gosh, I can't type! Dispenser. Probably someone out there who makes it. I mean, yeah, if there isn't, you could always make one, I think. But I feel like a little fire hydrant would be cute as a soap dispenser. Because you could absolutely just have the, you know, it's pretty much bottle shaped already. Just add the pump to the top. He built the house with his own 2 hands so he could do whatever he liked. You grew up there just the way it was. Grandpa painted anything he could red. Oh, good for him. Yeah, I'm not a fan of, or, you know, I wasn't a fan of, yeah, he sounds like a fun guy. I do have some, like, wallpaper. I didn't like that wallpaper. I didn't like the pink and orange paisley. It was a bold choice. You know, I appreciate it. It wasn't for me. I do like, there's some wallpaper, like, right outside my office, kind of in the hallway, that I really like. It's kind of like a more, like, muted, like, trees and things. That's nice. I'm sure that out there people love to get job-themed gifts, and Firefighter's a big one. That's a good point. That's a good point. I was also just thinking for, like, kids. I could see a kid being excited about a fire hydrant-themed soap dispenser. Because I do feel like Firefighters is one of those things that kids can sometimes get, like, super excited about. But I could definitely see it as a novelty item for fire hydrants? Firefighters, too, yeah. He was the best. He was the only person who never got tired of your endless questions. You did everything with him when you were young. Oh, that's so sweet. Sounds like a good guy. Even big middle-aged kids like me, you would definitely love a fire engine / hydrant theme in your bathroom. Yeah, that is the vibe that I'm getting. That is the message that I'm picking up. We're just designing, I think, your firefighter themed bathroom now. I think that's the plan. So are we painting the walls red? Is that the plan for your firefighter bathroom? Are we going, like, accent wall. You have a fire hose instead of a shower head. Maybe not that one. That one might be a little impractical. It'd be amusing though. Red with some white and yellow mixed in. Maybe some numbering. You can really get carried away with this. That's what I'm saying. Well, let's plan it out. Let's plan it out. I still think a fire hydrant soap dispenser is a good idea. I wonder if there's like some sort of like towel rack or something. Or, you know, like, You know, like I've got like my mushroom nightlight in there. I'm trying to think of like other thematic things that we could add. I finished off my Arizona tea. I'll work on my ginger beer. I think we'll go shiny on the green ones, by the way. Is it because it's less work for me? Maybe. Maybe it is. Who could say? Me, I could say. Am I gonna say? No. I don't want to have to sand all the sides, though. The hose for the shower head could be made to look like a miniature fire hose, complete with brass fittings. I have a lot of ideas for your future house. I was wondering if you could do like a fire hose, like that would be pretty cool. Ah, I'm thinking of doing getting a soap dispenser resin mold so you can use it to make a galaxy one for your Doctor Who themed bathroom. That is fun. I do like that idea. I think I have some soap dish molds. That's a good point. I should use some more of my random resin molds for things. It's just that I don't know what to do with all the things once I make them, because all the random, like, one-off little things, it's like, well, do I put this in my shop? What do I do with this? I will say the problem with the, soap, not soap, the soap, soap dish molds that I have are that they don't have holes in the bottom for drainage. Yeah, 150 psi fire hose in the shower would get you clean to right down to your skeleton. Strip all that nasty flesh off the bone. I don't think it needs to necessarily have the pressure of the fire hose. It can have the aesthetic without having the pressure. Just a thought. I already made little flames you throw and yell fireball during D&D. It's just fun making stuff. It really is a case of, like, it's fun making stuff, but what do you do with all the stuff once you make it? That's how I ended up with all these dice. Sort of. I will say the dice, at least, because, like, I started out doing soap. I made soap before I ever did resin. And it's really fun to make soap, I will say. The problem is, what do you do with all that soap once you have it? Because I was doing cold process soap, which you kind of make in like 2-pound batches, which is about 10 bars of soap every time you make soap. It's like, what am I gonna do with 10 bars of soap? All of one kind of soap. What? So much soap. kind of how I ended up here, though, to a certain extent. You guys have, I think probably you guys have heard the story of how things snowballed into, making YouTube videos about dice. And it all started with soap. Because selling dice was an accident, sort of. Your current wizard doesn't yet have fireball, but we are called the Flask Breakers because we make our own with oil. Ah, yes. I think our group name for our campaign is the Pseudonyms, and we have a boat now that's called the Nom de Plume. I had a clean start. I'll show myself up. Wow. The dad jokes. The dad jokes are coming out. You know, this is going back to a much earlier conversation, but I am excited for the new job. I don't really know too much about it yet, though, which is maybe a little bit scary. You know, I feel like I should maybe be getting more nervous as I get closer to it, and I know very little about the actual job. I'm feeling better and better, but I'm feeling better about it, strangely. I'm feeling less nervous about it. It'll work out fine. I think part of it, too, is... Like I said, I'm reading the books that the autism teacher recommended to me, and I'm like, I think we'll get along well, because it's like, yeah, I'm vibing with the concepts in these books, and the little bit of like her teaching practices that she's mentioned. It's like, yeah, this is stuff that I've been doing with the kids at work without thinking about it. It'll work out fine. Like, what was it? What is it called? Yeah, you don't get nervous until you get there. To be fair, I was nervous, and I'm feeling less nervous now. I don't know, I feel like... I'm thinking maybe I'll be less nervous once I actually get there, but... I feel like I will probably get good training. Then you get all awkward and talk weird. See, the nice thing for me is that when I'm nervous... I think a lot of people, when they're nervous, they make themselves smaller. I make myself bigger. If I'm nervous, I just start acting confident. I think I'm also pretty good at least for short periods of time, matching the energy of the situation that I'm in. That's something I've realized. And that's why I think I occasionally will have friends who are like, hey, I don't want to go to this thing alone. Will you come with me? Because they know that I can fit in wherever. I mean, long term, I don't know about that, but short term, I can read a room and go, okay, this is kind of the energy level we're looking for. This is how everyone else is acting. We can match that. Really good at matching energy too. Yeah. Or you used to be. That's fair. Little out of practice. I feel like maybe I interview fairly well, and I think maybe that's part of the reason that I interview well. I don't know if I actually interview well, but I will say that the 3 interviews that I've had, I've only ever had 3 interviews, I guess. But I've been offered the job on all 3 occasions. The 3 times I actually made it to the interview. Hello! We're what, an hour and a half in? There's still plenty to do, so you're not super late. We're just chatting. I'm talking about how I have a new job that I'm gonna be starting fairly soon. So, a little bit nervous, but excited for it. How are you doing today, Naycrafty? Make sure your dog's graduation kept introducing yourself as her mom, forgetting to tell them your name until you got home. Hey, you know what? Sometimes that's fine too. Like, context, right? If the context is... Yeah. If the context is that everyone knows your daughter, might as well just introduce yourself as so-and-so's mom. It's been over 7 years since you interviewed. That's fair. You're usually nervous before the interview, starting the job. You're okay. Yeah. I see. I missed the first part. To be fair, for many years, my mom, my friends knew my mom as Mrs. Liss's mom. So, it worked out fine. Oh, you finished a custom dice set today. That's exciting. What did it look like? What sort of custom dice? I just got a commission yesterday, day before yesterday, so I need to get working on that at some point here. But yeah, that's got to be a good feeling to have that done. Is this something that like someone commissioned from you? That's it's pretty cool doing commissions. Or is it for like a friend or? I really like doing commissions. I've done a lot of commissions over the years. Black liquid core with light pink translucent on one side, translucent black on the other side, and the core wrapped in thread. Ooh, that sounds really cool. That sounds pretty. Only your second commission. Ooh, that's so exciting. Yes, congratulations. Like Hippie said. Order... Are you saying that it's a set that someone ordered from online from you? That's cool. No, I really enjoy doing commissions. It is so satisfying to help someone take like a vision from their head and turn it into like a real thing. I like just the collaboration process too. Like, it's fun like working with someone to try and like make something together. So, yeah, commissions are fun. Cool. That's very exciting. Well, I hope you get a bunch more commissions. It sounds like it's fulfilling for you. You had your brother's swamp dice all mapped, and then he asked for an extra D12, and now you're stuck because you want to match the 2 dice now. Yeah, that's the hard part with doing things in like multiple pours and things. Oh, she was looking for something very specific, so you're terrified. I mean, sounds like it turned out well. I feel like the hardest commissions. Actually, you know, I was to say, so the hardest commissions are either where there's a very, very specific thing that someone wants, or they give you nothing. It's great having somewhere in the middle where you can kind of play a little bit. But occasionally I'll have someone who's like, hey, I would like a custom set of dice. I like the color blue. And you're like, can you like tell me any more information about what you want? And they're like, we're gonna just make whatever. I'm like, but like what what designs do you like? I want to make something that you like, please. Please just tell me. Give me some info. Oh, here's a question for you guys. I've noticed this thing on, I swear this will relate to the conversation. I've noticed this thing on YouTube where you can, like, set up, like, it so that people can, it's kind of like a community thing. Let me see if I can find it here. Where's that at? Community. Let's try community tab. If it'll load, why is it not going? Community? Community. He doesn't want to do anything. Let's try this again. Hi, I'm holding a light here. Yeah. Okay. Viewer posts. So, it looks like I could turn on this thing that's basically like, it makes it so that you guys can post things. I could have like a community section on my channel. And I was debating whether I should turn this on or not. Because I think it means that you guys could post like pictures and things of stuff that you're working on or that you've made and like chat with each other on my YouTube channel. But I'm not quite sure how it works. Is that something that you guys be interested in? Your sister's the one that gave you nothing and you're like, maybe this, no this, but would she like it? So you've gotten nowhere there. Yeah. Yeah. I've had just a few commissions like that. Some of them are fun. Some of them, it's like, I've had one where someone was like, I want a set of dice based on this song from this album, and they sent me, like, the album art and, like, a link to the song. And they're like, do whatever you want that, like, matches this vibe. That was fun. I think that would be fun, but are there any security concerns? I mean, it's built into YouTube. It's literally part of it. Let me see what happens if I click on turn on community. Oh, I've just turned it on. Okay. Choose what content can show up on your page. Link access your community from your channel. I guess it's on now. Let's go see. Let's go see what this is. Oh. Let me look at... I think you guys can just... If you go to my channel... Let's see here. Let's see what's here. Oh, yeah. If I'm signed in... Okay, oh, I think it's on my channel now. If you guys want to go test it out for me and see if it works, let me look at the settings real quick and make sure that you guys can post, like, images. Comments on new videos. Okay, wait. Content controls? Oh, this is just in general. Message in your live chat. Okay, post in your community. Viewer posts on. Who can post? Subscribers. Minimum subscription time 1 day. Oh, that seems fair. Yeah, so you have to at least have been subscribed for a day. Okay, yeah, that seems good. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Newest. Oh yeah, that works. I can see it. I'm just testing. Looks like I can comment on it. This is exciting. Okay. So it looks like it puts my community, like my posts on here too. But now you guys can also put posts on here and show off like what you're working on and things like that. Wish I could put... Yeah, interesting. Alright. Guess that's on now. I will maybe post about that in the Discord and on my channel after the stream. What about that a little bit later. But that's on now. Cool. I'll have some fun with that. Alright, let's just do a little bit here in this corner, and then I'll grab, I have a new sheet of the 3000 grit that we'll pull out, because there's literally just this little corner here that hasn't been used. You saw a picture of Luna? Oh, was that on in my stuff? That was probably from a while ago. I wish it was sort of been. Yeah, it should be. It should be a link to my Discord. It'd probably be exciting if you joined, because then it would be nice to have a real person join, and not just a spam bot, because that's what's been happening recently. I think it's in the description of this stream, isn't it? Usually I try to post it there. But should be able to join. I haven't messed with any of the links yet. We're trying out a thing in there that seems to be working okay, that's been catching some of the spam bots, but it's yeah, we've been getting a lot of them recently. We added the thing to catch the spam bots when they post, but I probably should go through and update all of my links to a new link just to see if that helps. I was gonna do it yesterday and I just wasn't feeling it, but maybe that's something I could work on today. Might go through and update all of the links to Discord. I just know it's going to be a pain because I have a link to my Discord in all of my video descriptions, so I know that if I change the link, I'm going to have to go through all the video descriptions and update it. And so I know that's going to be a whole thing. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I could put on a YouTube video or something in the background and just go through and do them all. Post it up. Post it, post it. Post it. Ooh. Oh. Weird. Okay. One, cool looking. So I'm assuming this is going to be the cover for a thing that you're working on. I will say you might put a caption on some of your pictures and things just so that other people that come and see it know what it's about. Because obviously we're talking about it here in stream, but if someone goes and finds this picture later, they're gonna have very little context for what it's for. But it looks cool. I like the flowers in it. That'd be cool. Oh, inspired by the table. Sorry, for some reason I missed that. I know, with the runes in the background. I was like, yeah. I do like, yeah, I like all the flowers though. I missed that it was inspired by the table. That's fun. I had a lot of fun on that table. It's sitting in the room I was talking about in my house that is technically the dining room, but I moved my dining room table out of, and it's now kind of the mud room. I have it in there. Just because it's literally in the middle of my house, and now I get to, like, see it every day as I walk past. Get to see it all the time. Okay, let's... I'm just gonna grab let's just grab a nice new sheet of 3000 grit. Maybe need some fresh water. This stuff's looking a little bit cloudy. Your cat just turned on the stove? What? What do you mean your cat just turned on the stove? Oh, yay! Welcome to the Discord. Awesome. Welcome to the Discord. That is where I post about most things. I probably spend more time in the Discord than anywhere else. So, there's also a lot of people in there that would be very excited to see what you're working on as well. Or, you know, help out if you're ever not sure on something. Oh gosh. Well, at least it sounds like you caught it quickly if you heard the clicking. Oh boy. That's scary. Don't need your cat turning on the oven. Or the stove. I am strong, father. I don't know if you guys have seen that, comic. There's just a little, like, comic somewhere. I wonder if I can find it. My brother and I, quote it to each other all the time. But, let me see. I'll find it. Oh, yes. It's literally a 2-panel comic. Let me see if I can... No. I think I have to save it. But it's literally a 2-panel comic, and there's just a cat that says, "Father, why have you forbade me from entering the delicious chamber?" And the next panel has a guy, and it says, "It's called an oven and you will die. I am strong, father." My brother and I quote that meme to each other all the time whenever the cats are, like, looking at the oven and meowing at us. Like, "I am strong, father. Let me enter the delicious chamber." You think it scared him because he was yelling at you? Aww. You know, at least he had sense to, come find you and let you know. I don't remember where I started on this die, so we're still going. Pretty sure I did this side already. Okay, let's... Did I? Yes, I did that already, okay. Yeah, it's definitely quite matte. Once I've got these all sanded, they're gonna go into my polishing tumbler. To actually get polished. So we're just getting them smooth enough that they'll actually polish. These ones have all sorts of plants in them. We've got like a little bit of like red sparkle. I don't know, can you see the red sparkle a little bit? A little bit, maybe. And then they've got like plants in them. And they've been sitting in my like things to polish, like partially polished, or things to sand, like tub over there for quite a while. Probably a couple of years, maybe? They've been, like, quite a while. They've been sitting there because I've been putting it off. So I'm glad that we finally got these sanded. So I can go throw them into the polishing tumbler. So if you missed the beginning of the stream, and last week's stream, what's happening is that I am, we picked out a bunch of sets of dice last week from my, like, 50 or so unpolished or unsanded unpolished sets of dice, so to add to my shop. And I've still got like 2 more sets over here that need sanded. I was just figuring that, you know, I'm usually my streams go for about 2.5 hours. So I was trying to. Oh, my light! The light! It has gone out. Let me plug it in. Got this. Aha. There we go. But yes, so we're getting like 3 sets of them sanded today, but I've still got 2 sets plus some random pieces over here to sand maybe next week. Last week the music ran out. It'll probably run out fairly soon. I feel like it runs out at about 2 hours, 15 minutes or so. I have been looking at it occasionally going, is the music still going? Yeah, I had fun last week. It was fun looking through all of the random stuff in there. I wasn't sure how that stream was going to go or how long it was going to be. But it seems like people enjoyed looking through all the random dice. We should maybe do some more streams that are kind of random, things like that. Oh, here, if I get it wet, you can kind of see. Oh, tell you what, let's look at this wet so you can see what these dice look like. See, they've got like a little bit of sparkle, and they've got plants in them. And they've maybe yellowed a little bit, but they're not too bad. I do feel like, I think it's, actually I don't think it is. I think it's maybe a piece of a carnation. I think it's a piece of carnation. I do have some, like little roses and things that I put in dice. Some of these might have roses, but I think they're mostly carnations. I got a thing of, I've gotten a few different things of like dried flowers at various points. So I do have some like little tiny roses and rose petals, and then also I've got all sorts of random things. But I do think it'd be fun to do some more just kind of random streams. I don't know of what exactly, but that was kind of fun. I feel like it ended up working out well to go a little bit long on that one, just because we had, like, there was a specific, like, we could talk about the thing that we were working on, if that makes sense. Like, when I'm sanding, there's not a lot to talk about with the sanding. I could talk about the dice a little bit, but this is just kind of it's almost like just a task that I need to get done while we chat about other things. The stream last week was more focused on the thing that I was doing and chatting about it specifically, I think. Which actually made it easier for it to go longer. Because, like, with the sanding, you know, we get to 2 hours and I'm like, well, I've talked about all the things that I can think of talking about today. Whereas with the other thing, there's a built-in conversation there to have. I do think it might be kind of fun at some point. I've got the big, like, tub of miscellaneous dice. Miscellaneous raw dice that I showed you guys last week as well. It's literally over there. I can show you what I'm talking about real quick. Let me grab that real quick so I can show the people that didn't see it last week what I'm talking about. So I've got this tub of just, let me zoom in again. Oh my gosh, this thing's so hard to control. I've got this tub of like miscellaneous dice. We threw a bunch of like D20s and stuff in here last week. But it might be fun to have a stream where we put together some sets of, like, you know, try to put together some themed sets from this thing of miscellaneous raw dice. Because I have, well, it's not penis, but I've just got so many of them. Well, this is like, these are things from like dump molds or sets that didn't come out. None of these are finished. These are all raw. They've still got all the raw edges on them and things. But I try to use these for, I use these for like a couple of different things. Oh, like these. These would all look cute together in a set, I bet. These would be cute in a set. We could make a whole, like, pink set. Ooh, or that one. That one would be cute, too. Oh, okay. But it might be fun to, like, make some sets. No. So, when I was selling things in person, I would pour all these out into a tray, and then people could, like, look through them, and, it was $5 per die. It was, like, that was a very good, seller, honestly, when I was selling things in person. A lot of people got the miscellaneous raw dice. It was especially great, like, you know, if people had kids and things. I mean, one, because it was very tactile. Like, kids also loved digging through there. It was fun. But it was also nice having something that was a little bit low, like, didn't cost as much that the kids could look through. Rainbow set, one of each color of the rainbow. Exactly. But I wonder if we could do a stream where we, like, make some sets out of those. The other thing that I actually do use those for is I have a listing in my shop for a, like a miscellaneous raw, mystery miscellaneous raw set. And you can request, like, a theme or colors or things in there. But it's going to be, like, a mystery what you get. And it's really fun to put those together. I've sold a few of those. I wonder how many. It's only for me to look at how many of those I've sold. I wonder if I can look up. Slice raw dice. Ah, raw mystery dice. Oh, that's been past 90 days. I want to know all time. Is there a way to see how many of these I've sold? Over. I don't know if there's a way to see how many of these I've sold. I should definitely make the available more than 3, though. I've got plenty of these. We'll do that. But it's just fun to put those together. Okay. I was so I've got a bunch of, like, random stuff. I was talking earlier about how I've ended up with a bunch of random things because I'm like, this might be fun for an art project at some point. I was thinking at one point it might be fun to do something where I make, like, I don't want to say, like, junk jars, but basically it's like basically just jars full of random bits and bobs that are just fun. So it might be some buttons or some, like, jewelry, like old jewelry, and some, like, resin bits of things and old keys and things like that. I'm wondering if there'd be a, like, like, I'd maybe go along the line of, like, you know, some sort of crow-themed thing for those. I'm trying to think of, like, I'd need to figure out how to market them, maybe, but I feel like that would be something that people would enjoy. With just a bunch of random stuff. Maybe some fun, some pretty rocks. I bet that's a thing that people would enjoy. I don't know how I'd price them, though, necessarily. But I do have, like, some jars and stuff, and I'd probably just fill up, like, a jar full of pretty shiny mystery items. And I feel like that would be fun. I'd have a lot of fun putting that together, and I feel like people would have fun going through that, because I like stuff like that. I'm like, I like, just give me the big tub of, you know, rocks or whatever. I want to sort through them all and see what's in there. And I've just got so much random stuff that, I'm wondering if I could do a thing where you, like, kind of give me a theme as well. Or I could have some preset themes. Like, I could go ocean, like, I don't know. Because I've got, like, seashells and things. I could do seashells and beads and all sorts of stuff. Like, I think it'd be a more of a fun challenge for me if I didn't have pre-made themes. You know what I mean? And people could, like, give a theme, but it'd probably be easier if I had some pre-made themes. I don't know. Is that something that would be fun for people, do you think? Your theme is firefighters. I'd make it work. Don't see a Discord link on your channel homepage. It's in the video descriptions. Should be in video descriptions. They have them at your local thrift store and you have no idea what they will be, except that they're for kids and they have boy and girl ones. Mine, I think, would be more, like, themed. And you'd get maybe kind of a rough idea of the things that would be in them. Firefighter theme would be cool. That one's just for you, Selden, yeah. Firefighter theme. Astronomy themed? Oh, absolutely. Could absolutely do that. But I've got so many things. I've got so many beads and, like, charms and... yeah. So many things could get used in that. I've also got, like, space stickers. Like, some of those could go in there. But this is what I'm saying. Like, it'd be fun to let people give a random theme. Could do it by color. Exactly. I'm just trying to think do I have enough varied stuff that if someone gave me a random theme, I could make something work based on that theme. You know what I mean? Or would it be better to make the jars and then list them as, like, you know, the red jar if I did this? I suppose I could make a cup, like, I don't know. Should I make them custom, or should I pre-make some and then list them? I guess is the question, to a certain extent. Should I choose some themes, or should I let other people choose themes? Is it too much freedom to... I guess I could do both, honestly. I could do a thing where I have pre-made ones that I just list in my shop. And then also I could have, like, a custom option where you give me a theme and maybe it costs a little bit more just because there's a little bit more not work necessarily, but I don't know how I would price things. Probably have to depend on the size of the container, or... But I could do a thing where it's just like, you know, you get a box filled with stuff. One of my, like, normal dice boxes. Like, you know. I could either do a jar, I'd have to figure out how to, oh, here it is. You know, do a box of things. Some pre-picked items and then slightly more for custom items. Yeah. I mean, jars is fun. Jars is fun. But I think for shipping, probably doing a box of items would be better. And I think I probably would give, like, an idea of some of the things that might be in there. Like, if I did an ocean-themed one, I'd probably show some shells and some beads and things. You know, as some example items. And then maybe, like, a an example of like a different themed box, you get an idea of kind of like the variation type thing. Variation of stuff. I might have to do that at some point, just because I think it'd be really fun to do. And also it would help me get rid of some of my random stuff. I can think of a few themes already. I could see doing like a sewing themed one. That could be fun. Alright, yay! Ow, that's so sharp. The set is ready to go into the polishing tumbler. They're all sanded. They don't have to sit in my box of unsanded things forever. Alright. These ones will probably go a little bit quicker. Oh, were you not part of the Discord either, Selden? Gotta go. You're getting an ocular migraine. Ooh, sorry to hear that. Can't see parts of the screen. Oh no. Yeah, feel better. Just joined Discord, never used it before. So you have a lot to learn. Yeah, it can get a little bit overwhelming fairly quickly, I will say, with Discord. Luckily, my Discord server's pretty chill. So we don't have a ton of, you know, stuff posted all the time. That's what I usually find kind of overwhelming. You'll figure it out probably pretty quick. It's not too bad. You can just look around a little bit. Oh, they don't often hurt. You just lose part of your vision. I get you. Still a pain. Not like physical pain, just annoying. So. How long do I use the tumbler for? It varies. I know some people do it for like 24 hours. I usually do it for like at least a week, like straight. I throw them in there for like a week or two, because I want them shiny. I can show you what they look like fresh out of the tumbler, because I actually have a set here that are all gunky, but fresh out of the tumbler. And I can show you what the sanded side looks like. I'm just kind of, they're really weird to get them once in a while. Yeah. I don't usually lose, like... So you can see if you can... It's a little bit rounded on that side, which is a little unfortunate. Let me see if I can show you. There you go. I want them shiny. I try to have, like, 0 micro scratches. I want them glossy. And then... But, yeah, I have 2 sets here that I hadn't realized were in my polishing tumbler already. So we've got both of these that are also going to go into the into the shop. They both need cleaned out a little bit more. I just brought them over because I wanted to say why I'm not doing the purple spacey set that we picked out last week. And it's because I realized I had literally 2 other purple sets already polishing. I feel like I get migraines occasionally, but I don't get as many of the weird symptoms. Oops, that often come with migraines. The, like, weird vision stuff or stuff. I mostly just get a very, very light and sound sensitive headache. More often than not, I get, like, pressure headaches. That's what I had today, I think. But yeah, don't be afraid to lurk in the Discord for a little bit and just see how it works. You're also welcome to just post in there. Hopefully all of the channels there are pretty straightforward on what they're for, but honestly, if you post something in a, like, if you post about something you made in the general chat, that's fine. It's very laid back. Or if you have questions, you can ask. People are very helpful over in the Discord, and understanding if you are new to it. But there's some people there that are very knowledgeable in different things. Like I definitely have gotten help from folks in the Discord when it came to like 3D printing, because that's something I don't have a lot of knowledge in. But they helped me like fine tune some of the settings and things on my resin 3D printer. Because I'm like, things aren't turning out. Why are they not turning out? And they were able to help me figure out what was going on. For reference, by the way, what was going on was that the exposure time was like 3 times higher than it needed to be. So it was set for like 15 seconds instead of 5. That would explain why I was not getting the exact clarity there that I wanted. And now I can print out super tiny ducks that are like the size of, like the thickness of my fingernail, basically. Not quite that small, but pretty close to that. I think that's going to be the next video that I get edited together, is the duck pond dice that I made. Some of you probably haven't seen those. They were a commission that I finished somewhat recently, and it's basically a set of my pond dice, except they've got little rubber ducks floating in them too. And they're maybe the cutest dice I've ever made. I'm very happy with how they turned out. I think they're so cute. But I put up a poll on my Patreon of, hey, which set of dice should I make a video of next? And they got the highest. They were the ones that got voted for, so they're what I'm gonna make a video on. I will say, it does say that only one person voted, but you know what? Someone made a decision, so we're going with it. So thank you to the one person that voted. I do post polls on Patreon occasionally, and it seems like usually just 1 or 2 people that vote. But I like being able to give people the option over there, since they're they should have some say, since they're paying me. They're keeping the channel afloat, guys. It's kind of true, honestly. We need some pointers once you pick up your 3D printer. Yeah, I think people over there would definitely be able to help you with that. It's not my area of expertise, but there's people there that definitely know a lot about 3D printing and things. Alright, so I'm thinking probably next week's stream is going to be sanding the rest of these dice, because we do still have, 2 sets and some bits and bobs. Partially because I figure not all of these dice are going to fit into fit into my polishing tumbler at once anyways. So, we can get these ones polishing, and then get the next set in, basically. And then we'll have a day where we ink a bunch of them. We'll do that on stream too. Probably week after next, we'll start inking things, because that might be a multi-week thing as well. Just because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 sets of the D&D dice, and then I've got a couple of D20s. I've also got some Patreon D20s that I need to ink. I might do those sooner, actually. I might do that off camera, because I want to get those shipped, I think, sooner rather than later, although one of them is here. Although that one might just end up being mine, because I've been doing an extra of those. I've been making one extra Patreon D20 recently, so that I can keep one. I wish I had been doing that from the beginning. It would have been nice to have, you know, what, like, a record, I guess, of all of the... I have pictures, but, like, a physical record of all the Patreon D20s that I've made. It'd be kind of cool to have one of each of them. So I kind of wish that I was making one extra for myself from the beginning, but it's fine. It's fine. But it does mean that since I have one here, that could be mine, and I could get the other ones all finished up and shipped out while that one's still polishing. But yeah, I might do those because I want to film inking those as well. But yeah, there's enough sets here that it might be a 2-week inking thing, which honestly might work, because then I can get pictures taken of some of them, and I don't have to do it all at once, because that can also get a bit much if you're trying to take pictures of everything. Like, I take so many pictures, I think, is maybe part of the issue. Like product photos. And then it's a lot to edit through. A lot of pictures to crop and you know, adjust levels on and things. So probably be good to be able to get some of that done. Not do it all at once. Alright, we're almost done, guys. We literally just have 3 dice left after this one. And then I'm going to go get them into the polishing tumbler, which is exciting. We'll get those polishing. Like I said, I think the plan for next week is we'll sand some more dice. Always more sanding. I'll hopefully be able to tell you guys about the YouTube thing that starts this week, that I'm gonna see what it is. I signed up for a YouTube memberships boot camp, which is like I think it's like a lectures and also brainstorming thing for like improving your YouTube channel membership perks. I think that's what it is. The intro to it is happening this week, so I will hopefully find out more about it then, and I'll report back to you guys and tell you what happens. But we'll see how that is. So yeah, things are a little bit busy at the moment because I've got that, and then I have a new job that I'll be starting beginning of September. So I'm getting things ready for that, all the onboarding things. I think beginning of September. I don't really know yet. I'm hoping to find all that stuff out soon as well, when I go into HR to get all of the papers signed and everything. I'm gonna work on getting another video edited. I've been kind of slow at that recently, just because I'm getting all the other things going. But that will be on the horizon. I should have a short up this week of another set of Patreon D20s that I made from last year. Some good info. You're not looking into growing your YouTube channel, but maybe after you retire you might want to. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, as long as they don't make me sign an NDA or something, but I kind of doubt that they will. But I'll let you guys know how it is. I'm curious to see if it's going to be useful to me. And of course, I'd like to be able to grow my YouTube and make it more financially sustainable for myself. They did add a thing to YouTube recently where it like shows like about like an estimate for how much you've made per video. It's really interesting to look at because it's like not linear with views. I don't know. I find data like that interesting. I'm curious how all that stuff gets calculated because I don't know. It's interesting. All right. So thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully I will see you guys next weekend for some more sanding. Unless some other project idea comes up and seems cool, then we might do that. I'm gonna go get these put into the polishing tumbler so we can get those going. I will hopefully see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day or night or whatever time it is. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't know why I'm waving to the microphone.